What the hell? It's even bigger. This has to be our biggest project ever. This is the biggest vehicle we've ever worked on. Bigger vehicle means bigger workload. The cabin is huge. Everything inside. Everything is just bigger. How am I even going to clean it? Oh my god. I am so screwed. There are 3 constants in life. My name is Vlad, you're watching Detail Garage 54, and today we'll be laundering, which usually implies something very unconventional. Today we're up against one of the most unusual ones yet. As per usual, I have no idea what awaits me, so yeah, I guess we'll see. By the way, yeah, in this episode we'll be working on this location. I wonder what'll be coming in today. What will have to be done? Well, I mean, we're obviously going to clean it. That's what we do, right? Dude, give me my cap back. The camera guy stole my cap. Anyway, right, I was wondering what's gonna come in, and honestly, I am worried. As it always is with this being an unknown, the anticipation, man. It always gets you. Makes me all the more keen to dive into the job. Doesn't suit me? Is it some kind of tractor? We were literally discussing this today. I thought we were just chatting. Wait, but how? Isn't that a Freightliner, or what's it called? Yeah, it's a Freightliner, holy cow. How am I even going to clean it? It's not gonna fit in our facility, even if we take the thing apart. We just can't accommodate that type of vehicle. Oh my god. I am so screwed. It's way bigger than even that DAF we worked on. Oh my god. I'm speechless. I was hoping it'd be something that would at least fit through the gate. This is just wrong. But hey, surprises happen. Look at this enormous thing, with its gigantic engine bay. What the hell? It's even bigger. Alright, now it's time to meet the owner of this monstrous piece of machinery. You probably know that I'm Vlad. My name is Anatoly. Pleased to meet you. So that's a Freightliner, or what's it called? Yeah, it's a 2003 Freightliner. How long have you had it? About 5 years. Oh wow. I assume it helps you provide? Yeah, well, it used to be in pretty poor shape. I brought it over from the north, and I've been slowly working on it for the past 5 years. I've refreshed the body somewhat, the plastic trim inside the cabin, so yeah, I'm trying to make it nice. While I'm temporarily out of work, I have decided to tend to the rest. You decided to let us handle it. I sent out an application, yeah. I thought you guys might be interested. Evidently, we were very interested. I take it the cabin has seen better days? If the truck used to live up north. It's actually more or less tidy, well, after all of the work I've done. There was a lot of broken plastic trim, which I've replaced. I do my best to keep it clean, but it is a workhorse, so it's not perfect. I can't even imagine how to clean it in these conditions. But hey, we're going to have to adapt, as always. I still have no idea how to go about it, though. Everything is just enormous. Did they fit the insulation up north? Yeah, I'd open it up. I am very curious to have a look inside. Yeah, this isn't your normal wheel arch. You can almost fit a person in there. Holy cow. I'm actually aware of a few YouTubers who bought a previous gen Freightliner recently. In the previous body style. Okay, now let's have a look inside the engine bay. Wow, that was easy. On that DAF you had to freaking pump a lever in order to lift the cabin. The filter is huge. This is gonna be... I guess we'll have to break the rules a bit. It's just the way we like it. Everything is dirty, everything is gigantic. Yeah, I think it's time for us to get to work. Preparation. I see, right. Let's get the front end to here then. I'll give you a wave when it's in position. Yeah, we'll park it away from the building. This has to be our biggest project ever. This is the biggest vehicle we've ever worked on. I'm actually feeling a bit uneasy just looking at it. Okay, now I say we lay out a game plan. If that DAF is anything to go by, we'll obviously wash the exterior, the frame, the wheels, make it all look nice. Everything that's easy to access we are going to clean effectively. And of course we'll have to clean the engine bay as well. Those components are huge. Later on you might want to know the cost of labor, but I really have no idea. It'll be way more than before. Bigger vehicle means bigger workload. The cabin is huge. Everything inside. Everything is just bigger. Anyway, so we'll start with the interior then. The truck is parked in the sun, and it really doesn't make sense to start by cleaning the exterior. So I'm gonna connect some hoses, get an air supply out here, so that I can conveniently do my job, and then I'm gonna climb inside the cabin, where I'll start cleaning, working from top to bottom as you do. Now thankfully this thing has one huge advantage, and I mean gigantic. There is a ton of plastic in here. The seat upholstery isn't fabric, but rather it's some kind of vinyl or something along those lines. I am so happy, that just makes things a whole lot easier. There's a rubber on the floor. I think we should be able to hammer this out by tomorrow. Yeah, there you are. Let's get to work. Our gates are only 2.5 meters high. This thing is twice the height. Also, it's almost 10 meters long. It simply won't fit in our facility. Which is why we'll be working outdoors. We'll get an air and water supply out here, all of the hoses, and get stuck right into it. Interior deep clean. After and before. Well, what can I even say? I've cleaned the plastic trim around the fabric lining up top. I still have to do the bottom, though. After all, we traditionally work our way from top to bottom. So at first I was glad when I only saw fabric in the upper section of the cabin. But as it turns out, there's some in the lower section as well. That was a bit upsetting, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up and keep on hammering. I'm currently working on the fabric in the upper section. Then I'm gonna clean the front of the upper compartment, and then work on the lower rear section of the cabin. After and before. So far I've only cleaned the top section of this truck. All of this and that. I still have to clean the lower cubby, the inside of this, the inside of this. There is just so much work to do. Some of it is easy to do, but with some of the filth I am having a really rough time. But we are keeping our chins up and carrying on. I am gonna have to remove the curtain, because it's getting in the way, so I'll find a place where I can carefully lay it out or hang it, and I'll proceed to clean it. That seems to me like a more reasonable approach. After and before. So it's already late in the evening. I don't even know the exact time. We need to optimize the process, because otherwise we're not going to meet the deadline. Cleaning the sleeper is particularly tedious, with how filthy it is. But I mean, why am I even telling you this? You saw all of it yourselves. The point is, I can't do this on my own. Given that we're right next to our detailing center, I'm gonna have to call in some help and ask my comrades to join me. So I'm already about halfway through with cleaning the cabin. Meanwhile, Ilya, who is the car wash manager, is gonna be tending to the engine bay. So once again, here we are working outdoors. Like we did with that Ford, also the tank, feels good. Anyway, work on this truck continues. There's literally just a tiny bit left to do inside. Right now I'm going to be cleaning this door as well as part of the door jamb. I meant to say the whole thing. That'll leave just the seats and the floor, and that'll be that. The curtains we'll wash separately before we hang them back up. Yeah, we should do the curtains first, hang them back up, and then do the floor. In that exact order, so that we don't get the floor dirty. And that's about it. What can I even say? We are nearing the finish line with just a bit of work left. I still have to clean the floor, wash the curtains. What else? Oh yeah, apply a conserving agent to the plastic trim. We'll save the glass for last, and oh, is it dirty. So it won't even let us see anything. Okay, time to get back to work. Before and after. The day is coming to an end, the sun is slowly setting. The only thing left to do is to clean out. Wait a second, that's not right. I can't even think straight anymore. Apply protective coating to the plastic. That is just so nice. We really gave it all we got. And, whatever, enough talk, let's do this. Okay, we've cleaned the engine bay, and now all that's left? Well, there's quite a lot, actually. A big, dirty chunk of the job. We still have to do this section. Get it all nice and clean, well, at least everything that we physically can clean. Without, say, removing the wheels. But then everything seems to be easily accessible, so we shouldn't have any issues. The trailer hitch thing, or what's it called, we'll be leaving that alone, because it's meant to be greasy. It was the same on that DAF. So we're gonna be spraying on some chilled water, then we apply some chemicals and just wing it. We'll remove any oil and grease that we have to. Let's get to it. Okay, right. After cleaning all of that out, the frame, suspension, it's time to do the wheels. As you can plainly see, they look pretty awful. They're old and crusty, but we'll fix that. We'll do all of the wheels and then wash the body panels. Let's get started. What happened? And with that, we're done working on that Freightliner. It was very difficult, but we got there, and now it's time to share the results with you. Remember that DAF we did? I estimated the cost of the job to be 50,000 rubles. It seemed to me like a reasonable amount for all the work we did. As for this one, well, it required quite a bit more effort, with how big the truck is and whatnot. So in my estimation, this is an 80,000 ruble job. That's $1,400 US. That includes washing the engine bay, everything behind the cabin, the wheels, the cabin itself through and through. For all of that, you'd have to pay 80,000 rubles. Honestly, guys, this was not an easy one by any means. But in the end, we succeeded. There is a huge amount of plastic in this thing. And we're talking old American plastic that's getting all flaky. I mean, with older cars, though I guess you could argue that this one isn't that old. What is it, a 2000 and something? In any case, it's a workhorse. It is constantly being used and hard. And the driver tends to live in it. Wait, why am I even talking? You know exactly what I mean. Anyway, so these are subject to much more wear than a regular passenger car of the type that one would use to commute. Those tend to be in fairly decent shape, with a few exceptions, of course. So there you are. Anatoly should be arriving any minute now. And I cannot wait to hand over this nice, clean vehicle. Anyway, enough talk now, we wait. The moment is finally upon us, and here we are doing the customary outro, where we return the vehicle to its rightful owner. 3 or 4 days have come to pass, which for some of us were hectic, while others were undergoing water therapy and sunbathing and what have you. This is amazing, guys. Compared to what it looked like before, it's a completely different truck. You guys have really gone to town, haven't you? Oh, definitely. Well, I'm glad that you appreciate what we've done. Thank you very much. I think we need to show him around. There's also the consideration that I'm not licensed to drive a truck. Plus, I don't really know how with all of those buttons, so we're gonna let Anatoly move it around. All I can do is turn the wheel and the key in the ignition. That's really all I'm capable of. Tell me about the changes you notice. The wheels are an obvious one. The chrome is nice and shiny, which is a dream come true, to be honest. I didn't really know how to do it properly. As in, get it to shine and look factory fresh. About that, you say factory fresh. Getting there will require quite a bit more effort. Okay, nothing to see here. Don't mind any of that. How old is this truck anyway? 21 years old. Even attorneys consider 21 years to be pretty severe, but I digress. Why don't we take a look at... I mean, these are all surface-level changes, but we still haven't shown you the cabin or the engine bay, of course, which is enormous. By the way, what's the engine displacement on this thing? 15 liters? 15 liters! That's 5 times what I have in my car. Oh my god. Okay, I'll start by undoing this. Now we're gonna move to that side and have a look. I'm gonna feel bad using this truck for work. You shouldn't, that's what it was made for. It'll be fine. This is fantastic. Looks good, huh? Awesome. Remember there used to be a thick layer of filth? Yeah, it was all covered in soot. I had an exhaust leak. That added a lot of soot. It hurt my feelings to just look at it, especially since I had no idea when I'd ever sort it out. Well, you got around to sending us some photos through WhatsApp, and then we sorted everything. We got our hands on your truck. Yeah, honestly, I'm also digging it. It is just such a pleasure to look at. It's always so nice to hand over a clean car to its owner. But then you can't really call this a car now, can you? This is much more than just a car. Not just in terms of size, I mean overall. Now, you've already moved it around, so you know what condition the cabin is in right now. We cleaned the curtains separately, as well as everything else we were able to remove. So yeah, this underwent a proper deep clean. I tried to clean it out myself, but I couldn't even get close. You can tell this was done by professionals. We were thorough and meticulous. There's no other way to do it. It feels like fresh leather. Albeit the texture isn't quite right. Well, yum. Bear in mind that it was parked in the sun, so the smell is more pronounced than it would be. It's actually just like it's supposed to be. By the way, we've applied a conserving agent to the leather and to the plastic trim, with anti-static properties to keep the dust from accumulating, which I think is quite nice. My wife has been very eager to see the results. She loves this rig to bits. And she was like, come on, I want to see it. Well, we seem to be looking good here. Yeah, I think we've done enough talking. Roots of labor and whatnot. Now, you've already driven it, of course, but we still have to film the traditional handing over of the keys scene. Anyway, your truck has officially been cleaned out. Big thanks to Garage 54. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for providing such a challenge that facilitated our own growth. You will see how it all went down in the video. I'm not gonna say anything. The viewers have already seen the whole thing. Some of them might think we're crazy, I don't know. But there you go. Okay, big thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell to catch the next video as soon as we drop it. Okay, see you later.